Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Trickster playthrough. We just completed the Inelectable Prison, so that is good. We got that big piece of this act out of the way. We have lots of stuff to do, fortunately and unfortunately, so we also have no secondary army, which is a little unfortunate, and this army is in dire need of some reinforcements. So we don't have an ideal force with us. We could maybe kill those elementals. To be fair, I think the Trickster army is a little bit worse than the Legend army so far. So that's not ideal. One of these armies is going to be a secondary army somewhere along the way, but this one's going to have to make it all the way over here to reinforce our main army. We might even need more beer elementals at some point because they seem to be an integral part of our army at the moment. Yeah, this is kind of a little grim. We'll figure it out though. What do we want to make for our next army? I guess we could, our like backup army could be some of the special units. I don't know. Plus like the champion tier unit. We'll be fine. Probably, maybe. Alright, let's see where we can go. There's a bunch of places we can go, like the Laughing Caves, which actually might be really useful. I think that's part of Nenio's quest. There is someone on the road. Prepare for an encounter. Okay, well, I guess that's what we're doing right now. Did we do Forn with this group yet? I think we did. Who would be here then?
Watch out for trouble.
Oh, it's Jubilost, right. Unexpected sounds break the menacing, monotonous atmosphere of the world wound. Business-like chatter, the lazy neigh of ponies, the clatter of instruments, and rising above everything else, a rather expressive voice. A flying ship? How could you even think of proposing such a thing? Now you'll tell me we should travel by portals or streak across the sky in a winged chariot. And don't look at me like that, I know what you mean. That this cart has experienced things that you wouldn't see in your worst nightmare. That it's time to retire and put its wheels up beside the fire, axles creaking as it tells its cart grandchildren stories of its wild youth. That I can afford a more reliable transportation than this wreck. To this I will say that great explorers and discoverers set out on their expeditions on foot and they didn't complain about it. Yet you can't even survive comfortable ground-based travel in an ordinary cart. And with that, the owner of the expressive voice turns to you and nods as if he didn't expect to see anyone else. Jubilost Narthruple. I'm just passing through. The name is familiar to you. Narthruple is an eccentric gnome scholar from Absalom, traveler, explorer, popularizer of science, journalist, and author of a dozen books and countless articles. Due to his overly sharp tongue, he's been sentenced to death or exiled by no fewer than 3 or 4 nations of Golarion. Every year, new rumors surface about his death at the hands of some offended monarch or other. I've heard about you. You're a scientist and an explorer, aren't you? Jubilost Narthruple, scientist, traveler, cartographer, journalist, lecturer. Ponies, they're so cute and chubby, just like Soot. May I pet your ponies, please? The delighted Ember seems not to have noticed she interrupted Jubilost's list of titles. Jubilist, or Jubilost, stops short and glares at Ember with indignation. Ember looks back at him with innocent devotion, waiting for his permission. Oh, well, fine, you may pet the ponies, girl. He looks indifferent. Now then, where were we? I am Jubilost Narthruple, a scientist, journalist, at your service. Nenio, absorbed in her scribbling, raises her head at the mention of the name. Jubilost Narthruple? The author of Distillation of Magical Liquids in the Field? Yes, that's me. I take it I have the honor of speaking to a fellow scientist? With a fellow scientist and successful rival, future successful rival, I intend to take your place in the department at the College of Mysteries. On my way to the headmaster's seat, naturally. By the way, the blood of mythic demons cannot be distilled by your method, and neither can the slime of an ordinary carnivorous blob. Obviously not. Jubilost doesn't even seem offended. On the contrary, he's looking at Nenio with growing interest. My distillation method was developed for distillations carried out in the material or on the material plane for liquids originating on the material plane. Demon blood does not meet these conditions. For extraplanar liquids, I've developed a new method described in my article in the first issue of National Alchemy in 4817. We've got a whole century to go before 4817. Yes, of course that's correct, but the article was scheduled for publication in advance, Jubilost says, but he sounds uncertain. To be fair, I did not require data on extraplanar entities for my encyclopedia, therefore, demons and their blood as such do not interest me, but I have not yet finished the section on cult alchemists. The main focus of their work is potions based on demon blood. To support my thesis that the average cult alchemist lacks any real knowledge on the subject, I need to make a breakthrough in this field. An approach worthy of a true scientist. I wish I could linger and try and reconstruct my method from memory, but I don't have any time to spare. Jubilost sighs with obvious regret. So you're an encyclopedist. At the same time, a practitioner and field researcher. That's right, I'm Nenio. I just need to clarify a couple of details. I'll figure out the rest on my own. Of course I'd be happy to be of assistance. Even if nothing comes of it, we could continue this discussion by correspondence. We will listen in silence. It's certainly possible, but let's return to the issue at hand. To what degree should I saturate the blood with steam during distillation? My previous attempt resulted in an explosion, which suggests the durability of standard distillation apparatus is not without limit. To what degree saturate what? Jubilost's expression changes drastically. You're using direct distillation? I am. Dry steam distillation is not a viable option. What absolutely, utterly inconceivable nonsense. In my second article, in National Alchemy, I proved, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that direct distillation is not suitable for magical liquids, and only a properly isolated steam coil allows us to consider the distillation process effective. He glares at Nenio. In the section of my encyclopedia detailing the uses of distillation apparatuses, I completely unravel every argument of your work on the benefits of dry steam distillation. Huh. Jubilost holds his arm in indignation, then his expression shifts to boredom. So, you're interested in distillation, dear colleague? Excellent. Then subscribe to National Alchemy and wait until my article reaches these parts. I'm afraid I'm in a rush and cannot offer you any advice on the subject. So where do we leave off, Commander? I heard, rumors about your death. Jubilost shrugs in an emphatic, dismissive way. These rumors never stop. I'm not a desk jockey, but a field researcher and a cartographer. I spend most of my time on the road, stopping only briefly to finish a paper or give a lecture. Every time the unknown of a new mysterious land swallow me, my detractors jump at the chance to spread stories of my death. I've been credited with perishing in the depths of the Eye of Abendigo, meeting my end at the hands of the Whispering Tyrant when Last Wall fell, and many far less impressive deaths, such as being drowned by kobolds in a river, in a place not marked on any map, which was, Kingmaker. Hogwash. I do not imagine myself immortal, but so far I've been able to avoid meeting Pharasma. There's still so much to learn about this world. Jubilost's speech seems confident, and there's no reason to doubt his words, yet he mentioned the fall of Lastwall as a well-known fact, but you know for certain this nation is alive and well. You just happened to be passing through so deep in the world wound? What's bothering you? Of course I didn't mean to say this happened by accident. Passing through simply means I did not intend to conduct extensive research or educational work here. Just to make a few observations here and there. What's wrong with the cart? Oh, I suppose I should have led with this. Sadly, my cart is stuck, and my assistants, he casts a peevish look at the three gnomes shuffling awkwardly nearby, as it turns out are completely incapable of applying the most simple practical skills and fixing this blasted wagon. I would appreciate your help, Commander. All you need to do is attach the wheel, clear the road, and calm the poor ponies. The world wound causes them great stress. How do you know them, Commander? I haven't introduced myself. Jubilost adjusts his glasses. Obviously, it's about my acumen. Surely you don't expect a renowned scientist to be so ignorant as to not recognize the most significant historical figure of this region and era. I'll see what I can do. This is wonderful. I don't think me an ungrateful lout. I'll be sure to mention your generosity in the article I write about this encounter. I'm gonna take some notes, and you may get started on the repairs, Commander. We should be able to easily do all these. 45. Yep. Yeah, we're good. Fix the wheel. After 10 minutes of work and a little bit of ingenuity, the wheel slides back into place, none the worse for the wear. A thought just occurred to me, Commander, says Jubilost, who barely pays attention to your attempts to repair his cart. What do you think of your place in history? Dear friends of mine told me much about you and your crusade. The way my fate has turned out, and the person I've turned into, is utter madness. I see you're the kind of person who shifts responsibility to others. It's not my fault, it just happened. Society made me this way. Yes, I've heard this tale before, quite a few times actually. Every other prisoner tells the same tale. Then again, who am I to lecture one of the greatest figures of our time? Be on your way and Desna will aid you. I'll stand here by the side of the road and take some notes. Do you revere Desna too? You must have traveled far and seen much. The goddess smiles upon wanderers. Ah, Sister Desna. I also worship Desna, by the way. And of very unusual kind. He looks at Arushale with curiosity. Yes, I've been to many places, and I hope to visit many more, but I'm surprised at your admiration, Desgalarian. overshadow the wonders of extraplanar travel for you? In the past I did not travel, I hunted, I saw no wonders. I did not understand the delight of walking the road, seeing new places, or making new acquaintances. So, you have surely seen more than I have, because I could not see, my eyes were closed. Then I wish you to keep them open and see all that you wish to see. It's worth it to spend a lifetime traveling, or even more than one. Calm the ponies. The ponies' eyes seem oddly intelligent. You get the uneasy feeling the ponies are playing along with your attempts to calm them, chuckling to themselves. Still, they obediently stand where they're supposed to, ready to pull the cart. Clear the way for the cart. It's a lot of rocks to clear the way, by the way. Your efforts are not in vain. The pile of junk blocking the path has been swept aside. That's it. I did what I could. What? Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I should be on my way. How unfortunate. I haven't satisfied my curiosity, but what can you do? Time waits for no one. I have the feeling there's something you're not telling me, Mr. Northrupple. There are some slips in your speech and demeanor. He pauses. I must admit, acting is not one of my talents. I was hoping to casually run into you in a completely natural way, then ask a few questions, but it's tricky to appear natural when this chance encounter takes place in the middle of the world wound, and you come from the future. Jubilos pauses, again for dramatic effect. Yes, exactly as I said. Some of my friends, many a number, but acting as one, can do the most curious things to time, which I think is Shaika. I humbly asked them for an opportunity to meet the legendary commander of the 5th Crusade in person. I desperately wanted to take a few notes on such a faithful figure in Galarian's history for my article on the Age of Lost Omens. Hope you're not angry about this small masquerade, and even if you are angry, I'm still satisfied. Best of luck to you. Actually, we don't have Aeon, which is a specific path we can take with him, but and Swarm, of course, we can eat him, or we can try to eat him? I can't remember. Best of luck to you. I hope you come by these parts again. My apologies, but 1,000 more discoveries await me. I can't stay in one place for too long, but I'm glad to have met you. This conversation provided me with much food for thought. Farewell, Commander. Having already turned to his cart, Jubilos suddenly smacks himself on his forehead. I almost forgot. I was asked to give you this. A golden toad. I like how everything teleports except for him who uses Dimension Door. Anyways, Demon Blood, Hide of a Magical Creature, both important in their own ways. For creating items, I think that's it. Not a very large area, just a quick chance meeting with Jubilost. If you are unaware of who Jubilost is, he's a character from Pathfinder Kingmaker. He's an alchemist. And is kind of an annoying character in that game, but also one of my favorite characters at the same time. So, there he is. Let's go to the Laughing Caves. We may get fatigued on the way, but we'll see. We're going to ignore the enemies. We should very easily hit max level. I'm not too concerned about it. Ooh, we might not be able to go in there, actually. It just occurred to me that there's a fort in the way. That's fine. We can rest. Let the other army join up with us, go into here, kill that 9 army, and then move to the 11 army, and then go into the Laughing Caves. I think this is going to be our best choice. Oh, you guys keep moving in. Okay, so let's get you to the Castle Outpost. Just enough movement to get there, which is fine because we need to rest anyways. So we're going to have to do that. We have a moderately okay army now. We do have one more squad of assassins to move. It's weird, it says it takes 57 to get there, but it really doesn't. Alright, now we have 0 left. We need to do a rest, and then we'll go from there. We have nothing up here at all. Nothing to guard this side yet. Maybe we should start a force. Okay, what do we have for backups? We got some marksmen. Can we hire marksmen? No. We got some spearmen. We can hire spearmen. They kind of suck, but we can hire them nonetheless. We have champions. Can't hire champions. We got bandits or monks. Neither of which is part of any of our armies, I don't think. We do have 45 hedge knights. Those could be useful. And in fact, might be very useful. Let's see what we got for ruling things before we do things. We've created 5 large beer elementals, and some snob thinks that they're entitled to our time and patience. We have no decrees. Oh, we have studying the unusual crystal on the go. Okay, let's do a report. Okay, so Kramsada was defeated. Oh wait, these are all the things we finished up already. We got ambushed and stuff. During the explorations of a catacomb under an ancient temple, soldiers have come across a heavily wounded dragon. Someone had been putting the poor creature through agonizing torture for years, driving it mad. The officers are uncertain what to do with the dragon. We can heal it, in which case we get some finance points, which might be worth it. Kill it to get energy, or end the suffering and get 9,000 leadership experience. I mean, I think we're going to do the good one. But I kind of wanted the leadership experience too. Let's end the dragon suffering, because we could use the experience a lot. All these reports. Oh, those are all the decree things we finished earlier. Okay. Ninja pirates training. Right, we can get vampire ninja pirates. They require an enormous amount of energy, but that's fine. Okay, what do we could do for rank ups first, though? Development war. Diplomatic connections. Get those underway. And then we'll also do the Ninja Pirates training. Takes 2 turns. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, though. It's going to be very interesting. We need to build a bunch of those. That's going to be our secondary army. Maybe just Ninja Pirates on their own with a caster. Who knows? We'll see. Right, we need to rest. So we have some decrees going. We built up the Castle of Desires, right? We didn't leave it unbuilt up. Yeah, we definitely built it up. Okay, cool. It's only just a small territory. Brand new. Let's rest, and then we'll go and use our army to clear a path for us, hopefully.
Yours.
Blah, 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 blah. All the things happening. We're going to need to go back to Dresden and rest at some point too to get rid of the corruption, but that's fine. We'll deal with that later. So we are a level 9 army. We need to go through this level 9 army and then fight this level 11 army. That level 11 army is a little rough. What do you mean no movement? Oh. Well, that's annoying. That didn't count as a full rest, or like a... Thanks for just skip a day. Oh great, there's an enemy army going up there. Have to deal with that too. Alright, let's deal with this first. We have a huge elemental army to take care of. Now, most of the elemental army can be just blasted with fire. I did not set up my formation very well in this army compared to my other army. The fire elemental is the worst one, I think, by far. And it can't be hurt by, what are those? Kineticists. We need to kill the kineticists. I just realized what... Oh, I hate that so much. We're gonna reload the autosave and try that again. We have that stupid random debuff where we cast random spells instead. I don't want that to happen. Sometimes the Trickster path is more annoying than it needs to be. Let's try this again. That's better. Okay, we're fine now. Excellent. Okay, that's perfect. Because the fire elementals gonna suck, so we got rid of them first. I don't remember the air elementals being particularly annoying. They did kill one paladin. Don't really want to waste mana. Okay, that's fine. Okay, those are all gone now. Those are all gone now. And those are all gone now. Perfect. Easy fight. Let's move on to the fort, which is going to be a much harder fight, honestly. Here's the question. Do we actually need to go through the fort to get to this place? I think we do, but I want to check. Yeah, we should do. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna save in case this goes horribly wrong. By the way, what is that? Oh, it's Valley of Temples. That's Land's quest. Okay, having given that a couple of tries, we definitely can't beat that army yet. We're gonna have to wait until we have more forces. We just get murdered horribly. Too many bugs. Let's go deal with the Spinner of Nightmares, perhaps. We can go camp on the ferry, which is really close by. Right, we need to go deal with that army too. So let's grab our army. Our real army. Which that's on cooldown. So that's... Oh, we got our first round of Vampire Ninja Pirates. Sweet. That is good. We have done both of those things. You can call me Helper. Soldiers are telling a story, but a spirit who comes to them in times of need introduces himself as the Helper. His arrival is accompanied by an ominous sign such as raining blood or the smell of carrion, but he saves warriors and demands nothing in return. We can get knowledge for the Chosen One, which is +3 power and 10 bonus to energy for our generals. We can accept the help, which we get reduction of losses. Don't get the help and get 8,000 leadership points, or hunt down the spirit, which gives us a spirit hunt decree, which gives us a trophy for medieval spirit, which is an elder, caustic, necrotic, quarterstaff +5, which we're not going to use. So I think, do we want the leadership points? Maybe? I mean, 3 power and 10 most energy is kind of nice. Let's send a Ruchelet to find the spirit, I think. Having joined forces with the Ruchelet, the clerics soon found the spirit. He told them that he used to be a servant to an evil spellcaster who made him commit heinous deeds. After his master's death, the spirit tried to atone for his sins. The clerics helped him purge himself of all evil, and in gratitude, he revealed his magical secrets to them. Cool. Camellia wants to talk with us. We'll deal with that too in a minute. We need to do more stuff. We can do conscription or logger beer elementals. We'll get more beer elementals going, I guess. We need as many of them as possible. We just did the ninja pirate thing, so they're not ready to make more yet. Hopefully that will be a repeatable thing. I'm kind of curious, though. What is the approximate level of 3 vampire ninja pirates? Actually, not that bad. 290, or not 290 hit points. A level 3 army with just 3 units in it is not the worst, honestly. We'll assign him a hero, because that's a good plan. And we have nothing to add to his army, so he can just stay there for now. Still exclamation marks. Whatever. I'm going to grab our army, our main army, and start to move it into the way of this 7 army that's coming up. I guess we can just go through this level 8 army. Doesn't seem like that bad of an army. Might give us another level as well, which could be very useful. We will deal with the Spinner of Nightmares thing, I promise. Oh, this spell could flub. We'll see what happens. Oh good, it actually kind of worked. Gargoyles are going to be coming in, by the way. They have a lot of life and defense, but they're not particularly hard to kill other than that. These are mines, I believe. We don't want to step on them. Or maybe they're buffs. I honestly don't recall which one's which. I wish I could just step my conscripts onto them and see what they do. I guess I could. Not my assassins, they're too worthwhile. I just want to see what these do. They're buffs, okay. I think. I guess we can take a look at the rotating thing we have. While the captured demons beg for mercy, they give away extremely valuable information revealing all the secrets and tricks of the enemies. The officers memorize every word. In the coming battles, they'll have a chance to test their new knowledge and practice. Cool. So our thing currently is, at the start of the battle, random unoccupied squares are marked. They get plus 50% chance to deal, double damage. Okay, so it is a good buff then. We're going to continue down this way. Something just appeared. A burned down shack. Is that just a reagents thing? Yeah, reagents, okay. Alright, let's go do Spinner of Nightmares. I don't care if anyone's encumbered or fatigued, it's not that big of a deal. Especially since it's all just the non-melee people that are encumbered. Now, we did the Reunite the Family version with the Legend group. If the Trickster has a special thing, we'll deal with that, but if not, we're just going to do the Kill the Spinner of Nightmares one. She is technically evil.
I'm always open to ideas.
She's up there, doing whatever the Spinner of Nightmares do. Let's deal with this situation here. You see a short, stout woman with full lips, long reddish hair, and insolent lying, and completely shameless eyes. Hello, darling. Tired of serving the crusade? Care for some sweet illusions from the Spinner of Nightmares? I came for Lori. Let her go immediately. The young woman makes eyes at you, and with feigned innocence asks sweetly, Really, Sir Crusader? Did you come here to save me? You're so heroic. The Spinner of Nightmares laughs merrily. Don't mess with my head, sorcerer! Hissing angrily, the sorcerer jumps back. I just wanted to live my life, but when your dad is Venture Captain Hiller, it's better not to even dream about it. When I ran, I took nothing from him except for Mom's locket. I don't want to owe him anything because I owe nothing to no one. Wait, are you really Lori? Like you don't know? You mean you don't? Seriously? The Spinner of Nightmares starts laughing. She laughs for a long time, obviously enjoying the process. Then she calms down and wipes away the tears from her laughter. It's a joke, right? Hiller probably seemed entirely focused, reasonable, and reserved to you, but in fact he's a complete psycho. Don't blame him for deceiving you. He doesn't realize he's gone mad. 3 years ago, I decided that I'd had enough of the Pathfinder life. I met with like-minded people and joined the Labyrinth of the Mind, a group of Baphomet's cultists whose heads Daddy Hiller was out to get. They were charmed by the mutability of the mind, the ease with which it can be tricked, and the wealth of opportunities doing so opened. I left a nice note to Daddy, asking him not to look for me. Then I escaped, but Hiller started to chase me. He got it into his head that the Spinner of Nightmares, an evil sorcerer, stole his favorite daughter. The only thing I stole from him is Mum's locket, which I took as a keepsake. She points at the unassuming locket around her neck. Hiller was always tailing me. He dragged my beautiful ideas through the mud. He broke carefully implemented plans. A few times we fought face to face, and every time I won. But I didn't want to kill him, so I erased his memory and hoped that he would finally get lost, but he always came back. The last time he snuck on me so well, he almost chopped my head off with a single blow. I was frightened, started to fight with him with all my strength. I thought I finally managed to break Daddy. I doubted he could heal from the wounds, so I hoped his hunt was finally over, but now you appeared on my doorstep. When will it end? Or maybe you're toying with me. That'd be a great trick, but no, I really am the daughter of Venture Captain Hiller, and believe me, I've regretted it more than once. When my mom died, I became the light of his life, but I never wanted to be the light of anyone's life. I have my own path, and Dad should have made peace with that. Instead, he sends assassins like you after me. Are you sure you want our meeting to end in murder? I don't care about your story. You're my enemy, and that's all there is to it. Scoffing and disappointed, the Spinner of Nightmares gives you a menacing smile. When I'm done with you, your splintered mind will resemble a flower with petals made of agony, terror, and pleasure.
Let's asking.
Which one's the real one? Nobody knows. Not that one. Oops, wrong button. Now we can figure out which one the real one is. The one that took the lead. Actually, they all took out the same amount of damage, which is annoying. They all have spells.
I will resist.
Oh, we got the right one. Looks like this is it. The end. All illusions are dispelled. Tell Dad I love him. The locket. Random junk. Someone in an icy prison.
I need to
No, we're just taking some frost damage from Elemental Assessor. It's almost over anyways. Alright, let's get out of here. We killed the Spinner of Nightmares.
I shall survive this ordeal.
Was that the good outcome? No. No, it was not. Then again, I wonder if there's a Trickster ending that we could... I didn't see a Trickster ending last time we went through this, though. I don't think. They just ended up stabbing each other in the chests and died. So it wasn't exactly like a good outcome either. Alright, let's not teleport home because we don't have a teleport available at the moment. Let's just start walking home. Actually, we could do Polaris Fall on the way. But we'll do that in the next video, I think. For now, I think we'll leave it off here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. I'm going to move all the way up to here. Oh, I want to fight them. It's a free experience that way. We'll do this fight and then we'll call it a video. They have 1,000 soldiers. What are they worried about? Oh, because they're about to lose half of them. That was a lot of death. 100 of them are dead. Just wait this out, let them come to us. That one moved up too far and is gonna die for it. Assassins will finish that group off, and the Paladins will finish this group off. I can see why they wanted to run now. That was actually a pretty one-sided fight. Alright, that's going to be the end of our video. So in the next video, we'll do the Polaris Fall situation with this group, and we'll work on getting a bigger army, I guess. Anyways, take care. See you next time.